I'm sure you guys are all very excited to hear the announcement about the Capcom Cup 11 group drawing event. So anyways, I'm sure you guys are all very excited to hear about the announcement of the Capcom Cup 11 group drawing event, which was announced today. Capcom Fighters here says, new year, new you, new year, same game. I mean, that's a statement. First off, this tagline, I don't know. I'm not really messing with the ethos of this tagline. I feel like it's tapping into some like negative, something about this is like, I feel like it's not the right time or place to say that, because I feel like there's a lot of budding resentment about the fact that, yes, it is a new year and it is the same game. Somehow they could have worded that a little bit differently. But they continue on to say, we're having our Capcom Cup 11 group drawing event live on stream next month with Rob TV and Brian F. Free February 13th. Great. That's the second crazy part about this, is that they're assuming that you guys aren't going to be busy with your Valentine's Day plans for the 14th. Because they said, oh, these bums, they're absolutely free on the 13th. They're playing the same old game, and they're 100% free on the 13th. No problem whatsoever. Great. We'll see you then to check out the lineup for Japan. So yeah, it'll be the reunion of me and Rob TV. So that I hope was a nice, pleasant surprise announcement for you guys, because it was also a nice, pleasant surprise announcement for me. I know I'm getting old and forgetful, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time I'm hearing about any of this. I had to confirm after a lot of due diligence and taking through my inbox and my DMs. I was able to confirm that this was indeed the first time I had seen any of this. This was the first time I heard about this. I was legit prepping to stream. I had sat down on my computer. You know, I just finished some chores, finished this, that, and the third. I literally sat down on my computer to get ready to stream. And then I opened up Twitter and I saw this tweet like from 5 minutes ago, and I was jump scared by my own face. Yeah. That's cool. So, I mean, I got to talk to eventually some behind the scenes people. This was something they were planning. I think something got crossed with the wires in terms of the whole situation. So I think they were going to pitch this. Either way, I told them, look, I'm probably on board. Cat's out of the bag. I mean, they can't go back on it now, right? It's like, you know, what are they going to do? They already announced it, right? No, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. I legit was jump scared by my own face on Twitter. They did this event last year, if you guys don't know. Rob did this with Ringe last year. And I don't envy this position. This is a tough position to be in, because you guys have heard me criticize the CPT format over and over and over on my own platforms. Now, obviously, when I'm on the CPT official platforms, Capcom Fighters, I'm going to have to get very creative. I'm going to have to get real creative. I'm going to be leaning into the drama of the drawings. My big critique of the Capcom Cup format, there's so many of them, but when it comes down to the group draw event, the way it works is they have all the regions are considered a separate seed. So normally when you go to like a traditional tour structure where they have a points system throughout the season, you'd naturally draw the seeding based on the rankings of the players throughout the season. So whoever has the most points will be seed number 1, and whatever qualifier with the lowest points will be the last seed. They make a double elimination bracket. They seed it according to those numbers. First seed plays 32 seed, second seed plays 31 seed, yada, yada, yada. Super straightforward, easy. No problem, get the job done. With the Capcom Pro Tour being 99% region-locked qualifiers, how can you properly seed a region? How can you say Region A is seed 1, Region B is seed 2, and then Region Z is seed 32, right? How can you just make that assumption? There's no cross-pollination between the players to have an objective system to pull from to actually seed them. So what they did last season is they seeded the regions or the pools based on regions to avoid having multiple people in the same region play each other. So all they tried to do was at least separate players so that they can avoid having like the two Japanese qualifiers play each other, having the two US East players play each other in the same group. That way they can avoid having teammates and people from the same region eliminate each other. However, other problems still occur. Last year, we got Group F, Group group of death, where this group was obviously far more stacked than other groups were in the Capcom Cup. So we had Angry Bird Evo champion, Mena RD second place at Evo, and one of the most consistent players up till that point in the same group. Mena RD and Kaba ended up in the same group because Mena RD actually moved to US East, so he qualified out of US East. So he was under the US East banner, but Kaba qualified while in Dominican Republic under Central America East, I think was the region at the time. So technically they're from separate regions, even though they're teammates and like friends and played and traveled to every tournament together, they were considered to be from separate regions. So they ended up with the situation where they're in the same group. Then you had household names like Anywalker and Lashar making a name for himself at this time. And then Near the Boxer was the wild card in the group. So this group was looked at by everyone as the group of death, being way more stacked in terms of talent than every other group. This is the problem that can arise when you have these region lock qualifiers and no way to seed the brackets. You could end up in situations where the potential number 1 and number 2 players are forced to play each other early and potentially knock each other out before they even get into the top 16 bracket. So that's a big problem with these groups. And while they're doing the group drawing, Ringe and Rob were like, oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no, when each big name started ending up into the same group, and when Mena RD and Angry Bird ended up in the same group, they're like, guys, like, don't kill us. we're just pulling the ball out of the circulator here, and it tells us who goes where. Like, we didn't decide this, not rigged. So I didn't envy them being in that position. But now I'm in that position. I'll have to hold my tongue, because that shit is whack. I think that's whack. So I'll have to find a lot of euphemisms in case unfortunate situations occur. So we'll see. We'll see. It should be fun either way. But, you know, I got to reserve my totally unfiltered critiques of the format for my own platforms. Crazy they got you to do that after all the criticism. I think I'm fair. And I don't know. They asked, apparently they wanted me to do it. I didn't know until this happened. I think they like me and Rob. Should be fun either way. A group of strong, consistent players. This group is whack as hell. Well, the matches were exciting, but it's like you blow your load too soon. Keep in mind, for every group that becomes more and more lopsided and top tier, that means you're pulling away talent from other groups. So you're potentially limiting the excitement of other groups as well. So would you rather one group have every star player in it, and then you don't care about the 90% rest of the group stages? You shouldn't. I'm trying to help lead a horse to water here and help you understand the problems, but this leads to groups where people end up not caring. There's issues with competitive integrity as well. Seeding is important for competitive integrity. It gives you a lot more negotiating power in whatever contract you got. If they announce you before confirming you, $1 million, baby. I want the CPT first place on my desk pronto. You announce that shit, you better not take that back. It's out for the world to see, baby. Hand me the check, the big one. I want it. I want it right there. I want it. Capcom, listen. I know you guys are attached to the spiders on my wall, right? But there's a perfect spot right there between the spiders where we can put the millie. You got no choice now. That is exaggerated. There may be one weaker group, not 90% of the tournament. I'm not exaggerating. The level distribution from Capcom Cup due to the format is extremely lopsided. That's not an exaggeration. I'm not making that up. They're all still very great players, but it's a region-locked tournament where 90% of the qualifiers are from locked regions. Therefore, by that nature, you can't control the level of players from every region, just how it is. So, but anything can happen, especially in First to 2 Street Fighter 6. You never know what's going to happen, though. There's still, for sure, unpredictability. Out of curiosity, how would you feel if the competitors got to choose their groups, kind of like the Tekken World Tour Finals does? I don't know the details for that. That might be more exciting. Like I said, my main issue is from the root of it is they have to figure out a way to reconcile this region-locked online qualification system. The root of it is causing so many problems down the road. It's still First to 2? I don't know. To be honest, First to 2, I don't mind First to 2 for groups because the groups need to get over with, right? It's round robin. There's a lot of matches. It kind of balances itself out over the course of the round robin. For First to 2 round robin, That's reasonable, in my opinion. The main issue, of course, in my view, is the root of it, which is region-locked online qualifiers, limiting the way you can actually properly seed these brackets going forward, and also all the problems that comes from that, including lack of interest in tournaments, lack of hype from international consistent top-level play. There's many other problems that stem from that, in my opinion. Brian, do you have legal representation for this sort of thing? The commentary stream deal with Capcom, not to pry, but if you don't think it's helpful to get counsel to look at this sort of thing for you, can make recommendation if that's helpful at all. Damn, you're getting your lawyer consultation business going in the stream chat. All right, I fucks with it. All right, the grind never stops. Time to make that referral fee right now. What, they're gonna sue me because I accidentally let it slip on stream that they should have done a pro tour? It should be fun either way. I'm taking the piss out of it right now. At the end of the day, I want Capcom Cup to be fun. I want it to be exciting, and I want people to care. And I think even though I've been on a real streak lately of talking a lot of shit about the Capcom Pro Tour, it comes from a place of support and passion. And not that I want to tear down Capcom fighters or anything, but I want to support it so that it continues to exist and that we all care. I know sometimes I'm a little too harsh, but that's, you know, there's people who are trying to make this a reality, and it's a very difficult job to do. So I do like to at least give some consideration to that. All this can go up in flames tomorrow, and it would be no skin off Capcom's bottom line, to be perfectly honest, right? I'm grateful for it, even though I hope we can find ways to keep improving this so that everyone is more engaged, involved, excited, and cares about Street Fighter. I would say if you want to throw your hat in the ring for legal representation, I would go the business email first, and then Twitter DM as a last resort, and then the Twitch chat is like, I'm scared. If you hit me up in the Twitch chat, I'm scared. That makes me more concerned. Ryan, you need a lawyer right now. Hire me. From Twitch chat? Like, I might need a lawyer if I hire you from Twitch chat. Am I actually going to be in person with Rob? That's the plan. From the details I know, yes, those are the plan. That's the plan right now. So if it comes to be, which I'm guessing they're trying to move forward with it because they announced it, should be fun. They really did not inform me. No. This was very funny. I mean, I started messaging Rob. I literally DM'd Rob a screenshot of the tweet because I thought they might delete it. You know, because I legit was like, what? And I said, bro, like, did I agree to this? Did you agree to this? And Rob didn't know either. I think he said, oh, I think they talked to me about it, but there was nothing like set in stone. Nothing was solidified at all. So it had to. I'm telling you, I was digging through my emails and my DMs. I was like, because, you know, a lot of shit comes by my desk, and I have bad memory, and I don't have the best. I need to get like a proper calendar. I need to start managing my time in this area a bit better. So I was like, did I sign up for something? Did I sign a contract at some point and not even remember this? I think something got lost in the chain of command and they tweeted it early, which is kind of funny. The email came in after the fact to clarify things. It should be happening. We'll see. I mean, nothing is signed, but it sounds like it might actually be going forward. I'm interested. Did you check your in-game mailbox? That's what I failed to do. Bidoof shock. I just hit X to accept all items. Maybe it was a message in the battle hub. That might have been what it was. Like after you put on your Chipotle avatar cosmetic and you know, suit up. It was good. It was on the big screen. Oh, dude, of course. The main mode of Street Fighter 6, the battle hub. It was going to be one of the chat messages after fighting on the cab. I missed it.